My name is Jack,
And my name is Luke.
and our project is how does the PSI of a football affect the accuracy?
Introduction. We wanted to see if the PSI pounds per square inch would affect the accuracy of a football being thrown. The interest for this project was sparked by the Deflategate, where the New England Patriots deflated footballs for an advantage. To perform our experiment, we set up different targets at different ranges and 3 different footballs with different PSIs. We put the footballs in the machine and then recorded our data.
The first picture shows what footballs we used. The second picture shows the jugs machine. The third picture is a picture of our target. And the fourth picture shows that we use the same ball placement every time.
Abstract Part 1. The PSI of a football has brought up many controversies in the NFL, most notably Tom Brady and the Patriots Deflategate. The game was the 2014 AFC Conference game between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts, where the Patriots won the game 44-7. The next day, however, the team was accused of deflating their footballs to gain an advantage. This led to the question, does the PSI of a football affect the accuracy of the throw? The hypothesis was that the lower the PSI football would be more accurate than the rest, but it wouldn't make a significant difference, and those are our procedures.
Abstract Part 2. In conclusion, the 10 psi ball was the most accurate, but not by much. The overinflated ball was the worst in every distance. As can be seen, the PSI does affect the accuracy of the football. The reason that people would deflate the footballs would not necessarily be to throw it better, but it would be easier to grip and catch.
Methods and materials. Gather the materials listed. 3 same-size footballs. We are using the Wilson GSD High School regulation. 1 target, a jugs machine. Then, put your PSI footballs as such, 11.5, 13.5, 15.5. Then, set up a target 10 yards away from the jugs machine. Then, with the 13.5 ball, calibrate the machine to the target. Then, take the 11.5 ball and put it through the machine 5 times. Record your results. Then repeat steps 5 through 6 for the other PSIs. Record your results in a table. Set up a target 20 yards away from the jugs machine. With the 13.5 ball, calibrate the machine to the target. Repeat steps 5 through 8. Then set up a target 30 yards away from the jugs machine. Then with the 13.5 ball, calibrate the machine to the target, and then repeat steps 5 through 8 again.
From the short distance, the 10 psi ball was the best with an average of 2.6. Then with the medium distance, it was the best, or the 13 psi ball was the best with an average of 2.4. Then the long distance, the 10 psi ball was the best again with an average of 1.4.
Graphs. These are our graphs. The first one shows that there's not a major difference between PSIs of a ball except the 10 and 16 PSI. The mid-range, the second, shows that there's no significance between the 10 psi and 13 psi, but there is between both and the 16 psi. Then the long distance, there's no difference between the 10 psi and 13 psi, but there is between the 10 psi and 16 psi.
In conclusion, the 10 psi football was the most accurate, but not by much. The overinflated ball was the worst in every distance. Having a deflated ball can help in all aspects of the football game. As can be seen, the PSI does affect the accuracy of the football. The reason that people would deflate the footballs would not necessarily be to throw it better, but it would make it easier to catch.
Acknowledgements. We would like to thank Principal Edward Perozek of Start High School for letting us use the gym and the equipment. And thank you to Mr. Nixon for helping us with our project and giving us the opportunity to perform this experiment.
And these are some of the references that we used throughout our project.
Thank you.